Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today it's my birthday. So you won't be seeing this on my birthday because I shall schedule it for probably next Monday. But I'm actually crafting on my birthday, which is what I love to do. And I'm playing with my new jelly plate that my lovely daughter bought me for my birthday. So all the family came over yesterday afternoon. Well, came for lunch and stayed all afternoon. We were in the garden. It was really nice. The weather came and went. It got a bit hot one minute and then it got a bit chilly. So jumpers on, jumpers off. But we were able to spend the afternoon and have lunch in the garden, and it was really lovely. And so one of my daughters bought me this jelly plate. She had no idea what it was, but it was something that I put on my Amazon wish list, and she and I sort of said that this was what I'd like. Because I had so much fun crafting with my smaller jelly plate, I thought I really need a full-size one, so I could do some full-size pages and maybe do some pages for my journals. Who knows? They might go in as in the signatures if it comes out okay. So we'll see, but I haven't done this for a while, so I'm a bit nervous as to how it's going to go. Just because I want to end up with a few pages that I really like. So I've just got to take off all these bits of plastic. Okay, I think I'll leave the other one on there. So I have bought a few new paints a little while ago in some more pastel-y colours. So I've got a pale blue, I've got a couple of paler greens, and I've got all my some of my other Dilutions paints as well. Some of my favourites, the ones that are not quite as bright, and I've got a few brighter ones too, just so I can try some different looks. I've just got to remember how to start. I think I just need to put some colour down and make a few bases. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I want to use this blue because it's so pretty. So I'm going to do a few blobs. Gosh, it's quite thick. And I thought I might add a little bit of my other periwinkle blue, just to give it a little variation in colour. Oh gosh. So Alyssa has been having a play with some of my paints. I've had to stop it now because she was like squeezing out big, great blobs of it, and all the pretty colours, and then mixing them all together and coming up with brown. Which I thought, well, if that's what she's going to do with them, I'm not going to let her have them anymore. So I have now bought her some of her own, more child's paints really, that she can mess about with as much as she likes. And she likes them because there's a couple of glitter ones and there's some metallic ones, so she's got a nice little selection. She hasn't actually had a chance to use them yet, but I'm sure she will in the next few days, because we have got her here for a couple of days, tomorrow and the next day. It's the last week of the school holidays. So it's just a little bit, I think it takes a while to kind of condition the plate, because it's going a little bit, it's not sort of giving me a matte finish, but I'm just going to use that as a runoff plate. I've just got some now. Just put that in the middle there. Use my little brayer just to make sure I get it properly adhered down. See how it goes. I may have to have do a few before I get any decent base colours, base sheets, whatever. So it's coming up with, actually it looks quite good. It's sort of textured looking rather than matte. See, it's kind of bubbly, I don't know what you call it. So we've got that. So that's quite nice. I like that actually. It makes it look a little bit more interesting. So I'm just going to put them over here to dry. And let's try. No, I've got to put some more paint down, haven't I? I have to remember what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do. I wish I'd got another pale pink, but I have got this, which is really nice pale pink, so I can try some of these colours. Just going for my pastels at the moment. I might move on to some brighter ones. I think I need to clean this as I go. I'm getting a bit clogged up. Yep, I need to do a bit of cleaning, I think, with those. And I'm going to just put a little bit of lilac, I think, in this one. And I am planning to use, I've got a whole bunch of stencils that I want to use. So I need a few bases. So I can do a little blob there. So I can then come back and go over them with some stencils, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I like mixing more than one colour together. You get a slightly more different effect. So I'm getting a few lines. It's not quite as bubbly as the other one was. So let's see how that looks. Okay. No idea if I'm going to come up with anything that I can actually use, but I really felt like coming on today and having a play with this jelly plate. Something I've been wanting to get for a while. I've had it in my wish list, and I've just, you know, it's a bit more of a considered purchase when you're buying loads of bits. So I thought, oh, if I put it in my birthday wish list, perhaps somebody would be kind enough to buy it for me. And blow me, she did. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's coming off nicely. Ooh. Okay, so we've got that, like that. That's a really pretty base, and if we get some nice stenciling over the top, that would be lovely. Okay, whoop, don't stick it to there. Let that dry. Let's have another go, do something else. Mix the lilac and this blue, I think. These are quite thick, these paints. These are acrylic paints by Hobbycraft. They're a bit thicker than the dilution, so they're not quite so easy to spread. But I think mostly acrylic paints tend to be a bit thicker, don't they? I think the dilutions ones are the more unusual, in that they are a bit thinner, a bit more translucent. Woo! It's an interesting splatter. And a bit there. Ooh. Okay, wrong brayer. I'm going to pick up the wrong brayer any time now. This is the big. I like to use the big one for this. Quite like mixing these colours. As you can probably guess, these are the colours of my new journal, and I thought maybe interesting to either have some collage fodder, but what I'd quite like to do is have perhaps a few pages I can put in the journal as part of the signature. That would be my hope, just to have some different things to put in, as well as the digitals. Got some weird shapes on there, but I think I've got it. Right. Okay. See how this one looks. Give it a nice brush down. What I could probably do with is a nice cream. I haven't got a cream. I'd like to get one of those. I might go and get some more paints at some point, depending on how these work out. Ooh, let's pull it back a bit. The lilac seems to have come through quite strongly, even though I only put a little bit of lilac and quite a lot of blue. But the blue isn't quite as strong, but actually it means I now have one that's just blue, one that's pinky lilac, but more pink, and this one is more lilac. And they're all the colours that I'm using in that journal. So Oh, it does take a bit of pulling to get it off, but here we are. We've got really quite an interesting looking base layer. There's a little bit of pink come up here, a few touches of blue and quite a lot of lilac. So yeah, they're looking interesting. What shall we do? Oh, I haven't used any of my greens yet. I've got a really pretty green. This is lichen green. And I'm going to use a bit of that. I think the other green is lighter, so I'm not going to use as much of this one. Does it want to come out? I need to give it a go. I've checked that none of them have got a little cover on it to stop it coming out, at least that's what I thought. Let me just check why it's not coming out. No, there's no real reason, it's just a bit thick. I need to probably give it a shake. That's probably it. So I have to keep an eye on the time because we're going out for lunch today. As it's my birthday, just in case I hadn't mentioned, it's my birthday today. So we're going to have a bit of lunch and maybe do a bit of shopping, not sure. Here it comes, little tiny blob of that. Okay, and then I'm going to mix it with the other green, see what I get. And this one is called Light Sage. These sort of pastel colours would be quite just nice for a bit of something different. I think I used very bright colours in my previous Gelli printing. And I fancy something a bit different this time. They're possibly a little bit more generally usable, some of these colours, if I do any pages with these. Might be able to use them in other journals. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty colours. I like these colours. I'm getting some quite weird trem lines going across this, but it gives it a bit more of an interesting texture. Oh, I've used the wrong one again this time, haven't I? I told you I'd do that. Pick up the wrong one. That's annoying. It's best to have done it with this one. Oh well. Too late now. I don't know which one to do that. Okay, it should be alright. Yeah. I can use this to rub it on. Because I don't really want to have any paint on the back. I have to think about what I'm going to do on the backs of these. If I am going to use these in the signatures, or any of them, not necessarily this one, but I want the backs to be clear so I can do something like something different on the back, which I haven't decided yet what that's going to be, but I want to have that option. I could even put it through the printer, I suppose, if it's not too screwed up, or because they're quite difficult to pull off. It's quite tight, because it's so new, I think it's quite tight. I don't think it matters which side I'm using. I don't think it's the fact that I'm using the wrong side, at least I hope it's not. I think that you can use either side on these. So there we have a nice one, like that. It's actually come with its own design here, isn't it? It's not too matte, so that's quite interesting. I like that. It's got a little bit of lilac in there. It's picked up. So yeah, I'm going to do one more base, and then we're going to start trying to do some things with some stencils. Now, what should we use for this? I'm going to do another green, but a different combination of greens. I'm going to use this one, which is Dirty Martini. I really like this one. And look at that. Whoa. I've got to do quite small bits of that. And I'm going to mix that with the light sage, so a bit of a contrast, and see how that comes out. Okay, Let's try that. Let's use the right brayer this time, the big brayer. Oop. I want to try and maintain the two-tone look if I can. Sometimes the more you keep brayering, the more they blend, and then you end up with losing that two colours effect. But if I do it lightly, I might be able to maintain it a bit. Okay, let's go with that. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what we've got, shall we? Ooh, very spring-like, isn't it? That's pretty. Completely different to the other green. But you've got the combination of the two there. Yep, I'm liking that. So far, so good. Right, we're going to have a go at some stenciling now. So I'm going to reach for my blue one that I started with, and it's quite it's dry. I'm just wondering what colour to put with it, because I haven't really got a very. I'm wondering whether to use just this darker blue to kind of get that two-tone blue effect. And there'll be a bit of green mixed in there. And I've just got to choose a stencil. So I have all these stencils that I bought from Temu. I bought a whole set. So I'm just going to pick one of these. I think I'll just go for this one, which is really pretty. They're all pretty, so I'll probably just work my way through them. And I also have quite a collection of dilution stencils as well, so I might reach for one of those, but this is quite a good size on here. So first I need to put the colour down, and I'm just going to stick with this blue now. Ugh, may have overdone it. Got it all on me as well. I'm wearing some old clothes just in case, I don't trust myself to keep clean. So I have to make sure I give myself time to get changed before we go out. Oh, sun's breaking through. It was so cloudy and miserable this morning, quite chilly. But Richard assured me that the sun was going to break through the clouds and it was going to be a nice day later on. It looks like he might be right. It's trying anyway. Right, let's just pop that there. And then I'll put this on here and see what I get. I'm going to gently... There's always so many other things to do. And you have to kind of prepare by covering all your desk with paper and everything just so you don't get in too much of a mess. How are we doing? Whoa, yeah. That's pretty. Yes, look at that. Oh, I like that. Feels like it might need a little bit of pink in there somewhere, but I'm not sure. But I do like that so far. I like that stencil. Right, so then we take this off. And I'm going to lay the stencil, I think, onto some paper so that any paint on there will come off. With any luck, let's have a quick rub. Oops! And I put a piece on my jelly plate as well before that all dries. Don't know if I'll get anything on there. Let's try doing it on here. I don't know if I'll get anything. It's off the edge of my mat. Hang on, I'll do it that way. Kill two birds with one stone. Don't know if I'll get anything off this, but probably not, because they dry so quick, don't they, these paints? No, I've got nothing. Oh well, I'll reuse that. Have I got anything off here? We'll see. Probably not. Oh, I have a bit. There. That's not bad. I can come back and do something else with that. Now, I think I'm going to put a bit of pink on here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put pink on here and see if we can pick that up with the blue. That's come out really pretty. I do like that. Okay. I think I need to put a bit more pink on there. Not sure if that was actually quite dry enough. Ooh, this is it. Needs a shake. Get some sort of oily bits in there by the looks of it. We'll see. Give it a good shake next time I use it. I guess they won't all come out really well. I probably should have allowed that to dry a bit more. Let's just go with this piece that I used just now. And well, let's see what it does. Let's go with that. Let's see how that looks. Oh, well, that's not bad. I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. That's a pretty stencil, that. And it's a very different look to the other one. So that's coming over here to dry. Right, and now I think I'll go with the pink one and do a stencil with the lilac. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's find another stencil that I think will work well with this journal. I mean, I've no guarantee I'm going to use these. See how they look when I've finished. So this one's quite pretty. Oh, there's one with some roses. I'll pick out the ones that I might be able to use, and then I can just reach for one. So the roses would be good. Show you them as I go. That's the roses, well, sort of roses, sort of floral. That's very pretty, I like that. What's this one? Yeah, maybe. Okay, I think I'll put it over there for now. What else? Yeah, that's nice, I like that. I like them all, really. And that's quite pretty as well. Okay, well, we'll just try them all. Okay, lilac. Make sure, give it a good shake. Right. I think that's probably enough. Right, going with, what am I going with? This one. I'll go with this one, I think. And this over the top. Hopefully roughly in the same place it was in before. And then we'll give it a go Good little press. I'm going to get ready to do my ghost print. What have we got this time? Oh yes, very pretty. Yep. Happy with that. Put it up there. And let's get ready for the ghost print. Take that off because I don't think I'll get anything off of there, but I might be able to get this off if I'm quick. Didn't position it particularly well, it's a bit over to this side, but never mind. It's pulled off most of it. Oh yeah. Let's have a look at this one. Okay. Oh yes, that's come out lovely. Very nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's the ghost print going over there. That's not as ghosty as the other one. Okay, so now I have the lilac. And I need to pick a stencil. Go with the roses. Go with that stencil. I've just got to choose a colour to go with it. What colour shall I choose to go with? Oh, I'm thinking I might go a bit rogue and do vibrant turquoise. Ooh, we try that, shall we? Give it a try. It's a pretty colour. Let's try something different. That's a beautiful colour, look at that. Okay, now we need to put stencil on, like so, and then the paper can go on, and I'll just gently rub it to try and get all the colour through the stencil. Might be a bit too turquoise for my journal. I don't know. There is a bit of turquoise in it, so you never know. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of these, but I like to give myself options because they can be used for other things if they turn out okay. Okay, let's pull this one back. How's that looking? Oh, interesting. I've got some. Obviously the stencil doesn't go to the edge of the jelly plate, but that's not bad, quite like that. Probably not the best one I've done, but anyway, let's get another piece of paper and do the ghost print. And actually, I'm going to put that on there and see if I can pull anything off the remaining, because it still looks a bit wet, so I thought I maybe try doing two at the same time. See what I can get, if anything. Double ghost print is what I'm after here. Don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't think there are any rules. Slip in a bit. Let's see what we get, shall we? Just checking, make sure I've got into all the nooks and crannies as best I can. Okay, let's see if I've got anything off the stencil this time. Not a lot, not a lot. That's okay, I can reuse that. But at least I've cleaned this a bit. These stencils they're gonna stay coloured, I think. They're not that easy to clean. I might be able to. I'll have a go after we've finished, see if they're cleanable. Did I get anything off of here? Not as much as I have before. So I reckon we need to clean this and put another layer of something. And I'm thinking maybe white. I pulled my blind down a bit because I was starting to get shadows coming across, and I thought that could be a bit annoying. It's hard to tell how it would look on camera, but it looked like there were some shadows falling across, so it may look a little dimmer than it did before. Right, so what am I going to use this on here? I'm going to try this piece again. There's hardly anything on there, so I might as well reuse it. And I'm going to add, some light sage. Okay, let's do this. Not very keen to come out this light sage. I need to give it another shake. Okay, should be enough, hopefully. Get this over here so I don't mix them up. Okay, I'm very interested to see how this comes out. Hopefully it'll pull off most of the blue or the turquoise. We will see. In case I haven't mentioned it, this is so much fun. I'm having a great time. It's a good way to start the day when it's your birthday. Playing with your paints. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I may have mentioned that. Sorry. Sorry if I get repetitive. I get excited. Oh, and talking of getting excited, my daughter, one who's expecting, is getting very excited, very uncomfortable. Her little baby bump has decided to be very lively during the night, apparently. Maybe shades of things to come. It's keeping her awake. She's so huge now. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really love it. Those colour combinations. Oh, that's great. I love that. I like it better than the one I did in the first place with the lilac. That is gorgeous. Don't know whether I use it in this journal, but I will use it in something. Love it. Okay. What are we going to do now? So we have this one that needs something more added to it. So what colour will go with that now? What shall we put with that? Let's go for something different. Trying to decide. Could go for the pink. What's this one? Peony blush. Might do that. Don't know if it'll go as well as the green, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going a little bit off piste now. I'm going to just try different colour combinations and see how they look. I'm wondering whether I might use another stencil actually. Yeah, I think I will with this different one. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Didn't want to do that. I want to use the big one. This one doesn't work as well with the paints. This one covers better. Okay, let's see how this looks. And I'm going to use this one, which is rather pretty. Put that on there. leaves over the top. And we'll see where we go with this. Oh, I'm going to end up with a bit of pink on the other side. Never mind. Never mind. That's why I didn't want to use the small one for painting. But you just grab the first one you reach for, don't you, sometimes, and pick up the wrong one. I need to put this further away. Go over there. All right. Let's see what we've got this time. Interesting. It's not the finished article yet, but it's getting there. Interesting. And should I try and add a little bit of something to that one? I think I will. It's a bit one-dimensional, though it's pretty. Just the one colour. Just feels a bit flat. So we'll try. Nope. Ooh. How's that looking? Not sure. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Well, it's kind of messy. I think it's okay. It's not my favourite. I may have spoilt the one I had before, which looked quite good. But you have to try these things, don't you? You have to try and experiment. So I think that's going to go over there. Right, so I've got another ghosty one here. So I think if I can add another colour, see what I can get. I'll get a bit of pink, a bit of blue. I think we'll go for the lighter pink on this one. I hope it's dried enough. It does seem to dry quite quick on the plate, so let's see what we get. Probably a lot of pink and we'll lose most of the blue, I don't know. We will see. Okay, I may have messed it up by moving it, but it wasn't quite off the edge of the on that side, so. Oh well, it's coming off. I'm managing to pick up the background pink as well. Maybe all right. It's going to be interesting. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, well, I don't hate it. I quite like it, actually. I quite like that. Yeah, yep, I'm liking that. Interesting. Right, what else we got? We got some green now. Green base layer. So this needs stenciling up, doesn't it? So, what shall I do? I think I'll put this green with it. Is that going to be dark enough? What have I got? Just thinking whether to put another colour. No, I think I'll stick with the green on this one. I have got a different green, but I like this green. I'm going to go with it. Let's see. That's it. I would like to see if I've got anything. I don't know if I've got anything leafy. Should have picked out my stencil first, shouldn't I? Because I'm thinking about my delusion stencils now. Quick look, see what I can find. Anything works. Well, let's try this one, I think. Oh yes, this is the one. I want a leafy one. That's it. Oh, right. Something's happened to this. It's gone a bit crinkly. I'm not sure why. The stencil doesn't seem to have gone into me like, ooh, getting some pink off me brayer. Never mind. Don't think it will show too much. And if it does, never mind. It's another colour. Oh, isn't that a gorgeous colour though? I do love this colour. Right, let's try this slightly wrinkled leaf stencil. About there. Don't know if this is going to come out very... Oh, no. Yes, that's right. I thought I put it on the wrong order. But no, that's right. Okay. Shall we have a look? Hopes aren't high. Oh, however, it's come out quite well. That's okay, like that. It's a nice one. Good, good. Well, let's pick this up. And see if I can get some colour off that. And I'm going to try seeing what I can do with this. This is the other green base. I don't know if this is going to work. Probably work better if I put it on top of the other one. It's probably too late. It's probably dried by now, but never mind, we'll try it. At least any loose paint will come off. Alright. See if we've got anything come off of there. Oh yeah, we've done. Ooh. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes, yes. Not bad at all. That I like. I like that a lot, actually. Look at that. So you've got that one, and you've got this one, so they're completely different looks, different colour combinations, but only using 3 paints altogether, and the same stencil, but it looks completely different, doesn't it? I like that. Like that effect. Very happy with that. Go over there to dry. And what we got here, probably not much. Oh, actually, got more than I thought. Well, 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 that was worth doing. And I'm on the last piece of paper, so I'll have to finish in a minute anyway. So what can we do with that? Just wondering what colour to go with it. I'm wondering whether to use... Okay, I'm going to give this a try. I've got some of the lichen green, which is the 3rd green that I've been using. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of gold, I think. Just to give it a little bit of a shine. We'll see. Now let's put this out harm's way, so I don't use the wrong one. Okay, because I've got that. Oh, no, I don't need to turn that one upside down. For some reason the dilutions paints are supposed to be stood on their top, so I don't really understand why. This is my gold. I do love using gold. Don't really use it as often as I would like, really. I'll tell you the other person who loves a bit of gold, and that's my granddaughter. She is, particularly my gold ink pads. She's had a real old go with this paint as well. Had to kind of hold her back. Otherwise I'd have none left. Okay. Going to use maybe, okay. The gold has almost disappeared, but I think it might be come out underneath. And I think I'm going to use, what shall I use? This one. This is also Dilutions. I don't know if the other one is, I think it is. But I wish I knew why it was so wrinkled up. But actually it's come out okay in the end. Much to my surprise. There we are. Put that on there. Oh, let's go. Let's give it a go. Okay. I think we may have got something. Not much. That's all right. Still needs a little work, I think, that one. Let's pull this off. And I'll put that on there. Because I want to use a clean piece for this. Rub, and then use the brayer on here. One of those things you could just go on forever, but I can't today. Okay, it's not to say I won't come back and do some more after we've come back from lunch. We'll see. Not on camera though. I think you've probably seen enough of me doing this. Okay, let's pull this back. Whoop. Now the gold comes through. That's better. You can see a bit of the gold. Not very shiny, but I don't mind that. Yep, I like that one. Don't know if there's more I can do on it. Actually, I've just noticed on the other one that I just did, the sun's shining on it and it's picking up the gold, which I wasn't really seeing before, but it's picking up all the gold because it's shiny. I can't really see it on camera. But when the sun was on it, it was just glinting here and there, which is lovely. So both of these I feel are not finished, but it is all I've got time to do today. Probably a slightly shorter video than usual. I might just try and pull off one more off this, but I think I'll have to do that in a minute. And let's just take this piece off the stencil and see if I've got a little bit on there. Not sure. I might add something more to it. It's a bit of a mess. But you always get a few of those, don't you? So let's see what I've got. They've got a bit buried, I have to say. I think they're all dry. Let's move these stencils out of the way. I've got a whole load. So these are all my Dilution stencils I've got here. Which, I mean, they're really great stencils. So I'll put those there. And let's see what we've got. So I've got the two green leafies, which I really like. And you could always go back and do a bit of doodling on these, bring up a gold pen here and there. Might be quite nice. Don't know. I'd be a bit hesitant to do more jelly printing on this, just so I think I'd mess it up. I've got this one, which again feels it needs a little something to lift it, but I'm not sure what yet. This one I really like. I think that's worked out okay. That's quite pretty. And I quite like this one as well. Multicoloured. Quite interesting. And then my favourite, I'll just pull this in if I can get hold of it. So yeah, that's my favourite. So that colour combination has worked really well. I'll do that again, I think. Love that. And this is the one with the lilac and the turquoise. That's okay. Needs a bit of something more, I think. Not sure what. It's always the problem, isn't it? You think it needs more, but it's hard to know what to do. This one I like. I think that's turned out quite well. Interesting. And I think this was my first one. I feel like this needs a bit more colour in it, but I'm not sure at the moment what. But I'll think of something. Anyway, so that's my jelly printing for today. I've had so much fun. I have got these two. Did I show you these two? These are the two that I've just done with the greens and the gold. So they've come out okay as well. So yeah, lots of fun. And I'm going to go off now, get myself changed, and go off and have some lunch. So thank you for joining me today. This will, as I say, this will not be going up on my birthday. So by the time you'll see this, my birthday will be last week, because I should post this next Monday. Because I have a gap. I've scheduled quite a few videos ahead. Mostly, I think, all on the autumn journal. But I've got a few gaps here and there, and I'm going to fill in with other things. So playing with this is one of those. I should go back to my other little journal that I'm working on, the one with the pink and the blue and all of that. But I'm actually quite keen to get more back to doing some autumn stuff, because I haven't done any myself, although you've seen some. I haven't done any myself for a couple of weeks. So that's it for today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.